I am Vijay Seth, the founder and managing director of Urmilla Enterprises. Urmilla is predominantly into rental of construction equipment. We rent out our equipment pan India, basically for all infrastructure projects. And we have been growing at a very fast pace in the last 3 years. So one of the problems of growing fast is how do you control processes, how do you ensure checks and balances, and we have been discussing with a lot of our well-wishers, and I came in contact with my very good friend Mr. Shiva, who was very insistent that I must strengthen my processes. And then I had informed him about my skepticism of appointing consultants, so, because they have to understand my business, they have to understand what I need, and I was also a little worried about the commercial angle of the costs. But luckily Shiva convinced me and he said have a meeting. He introduced me to Mr. Prakash Kochar of PKC Consulting and said have a meeting with them and you can then take it forward. So Mr. Prakash Kochar visited my office along with his daughter Sweta, and we had a very good meeting and we hit it off in the first meeting itself. And we were convinced that we have met the right person to go through our processes and give us better controls over our business. So this journey started somewhere in November, December of 2021, and it took a couple of months for them to understand our business model of the various verticals what we are in. And we at that time also had a lot of reservations in our mind whether we have done the right thing, because our team was not able to understand what more they can add to us. But as the first 2 months passed, we realized that they are bringing to table, after they understood the processes and our various requirements, they started giving us solutions, and looking at each of the solutions we interacted and we fine-tuned those solutions, and they developed some Google Sheets and many other things which we started then implementing month on month. Frankly speaking, we were a little surprised by the various wonderful solutions they brought in. I should really here congratulate the young team of PKC, wonderful team led by Balaji, Abhijit and Narendran, and the accounts team of Kedar and Tilak and Usman, and the girl, not to forget the girl Akshaya, am I right? Akshaya. And they did a very good job. Of course, in our office there is a lot of noise. Despite the chaos in the office, they realized and they interacted with each of staff. They took all the questions positively, and they every time came with better solutions. And frankly, I am not a very great tech person, but both my sons got involved into this activity, and they understood and they started realizing that the difference it makes to these changing processes which they recommended. So the challenge was that what is the result we get into this? I can say that the results have been reasonably good until now, and they are very open to any suggestions or tweaking of the processes, so that as we use them we always ask for some changes, and they are very open to making those changes to make it more easier and better for us to operate. The experience has been good the last 4 or 5 months, and I can say proudly that they have brought in lot of solutions to the various verticals, made the work easier because many of the Google Sheets are online, and since our sites are spread across India, now my staff are able to upload or update those sheets from wherever they work. We have also asked them to coordinate with the ERP for converting all the solutions to ERP, and the ERP consultant, and they are also in touch with each other and they are trying to bring in the solutions. The challenge now for us is to ensure that we follow those sheets properly. So when we consulted them, they said that we have to have some process audit, which we hopefully once we complete this first process, the process audit will start, so that there is no going back. What I can say is that any company which is growing requires to have checks and balances, and that is what they brought in. Also, the process have to be very, very clear and clean, in the sense that there is no leakage in the system, and there is not a great hierarchical process. It's a very simple process for approvals, and these they understood. We were very, very overwhelmed with whatever they did, and we had a lot of review meetings, and where Shweta also was involved in the review meetings, and we found their interaction very, very proactive. Our staff have started appreciating the Google Sheets now and the solutions, and we will be requiring their services in terms of ensuring that we implement all their suggestions, which is now the great challenge for us. But if any company wants to grow, I think they require someone to advise them from the outside, to look at a system from the outside, and to ensure that they design the processes in such a way that it helps to grow their business faster. So this we have achieved until now. Now how to go forward is to ensure that we implement it with their support, and their small changes whatever is required when then and there, and I am sure that with this we will be able to really bring in a big change in the way we work in our company. So the people who are all working with us, we have managers, GMs and vice presidents and various types of employees, are all very now eager to implement this situation, this solution, because they have now experienced the difference in the old system and the new system. It gives us a lot of courage and now a belief that we can now grow even more faster, because we know now that we can control things. Because if you want to do a successful business, you have to know how to control, and unless those processes are not there and not in place, it's very difficult to grow business. And now we are confident that with PKC giving us these solutions, we will be able to do that. So the challenges are there, but I think with their support and their process audit, we are sure that we will be able to face these challenges and make it a real great success. So once again, thank you, Mr. Prakash Kochar. I mean, I hit out with him in the first meeting itself, and I found him a very, very, very humble and nice person. And for me, it gave me great confidence, because for me it was very important to trust someone to open my company totally to someone, and to ask him for a solution. So that trust factor we developed in our first meeting, and after that there was no looking back. So again, I once again wish to thank Mr. Prakash Kochar, his daughter Mr. Shweta, and the whole team of PKC, and I wish them all the best and hope that they will ensure that we become a success in this process. Thank you.